here because the main engine, ladies and gentlemen, was the first steam lot. That was £300 for Fearless. And if I'd thought about it, we perhaps should have asked Bill to have brought down Jeff Burgess's 1916 The Prince from Crossingham, because that's the nearest thing we would have got. Because it was always said to be the last engine that Burroughs had made at Thetford, and it had been bought by Lambert not that many years ago before the sale. For whatever reason, the wheels were on the wrong way round. It was an engine that, of course, Lambert was always keen to buy the first and the last. And it's like Royal Chester. Some of you that were on the road run on Friday saw at the Barge Garage, which of course is a lovely classic garage that repairs all different types of vehicles from different ages. That is where the Royal Chester, perhaps the most famous traction engine we all know, thanks to Bill Hughes' drawings, the Leslie models, and of course the Reeves castings, and all those 2-inch and 3-inch models, and even bigger scales that we've got here today are part of that. So now we come on to Jimmy. This is the engine that his father bought in 1903, second hand. Chittenden and Simmons were big ploughing contractors. They had engines, very much a lot of single cylinder engines like that we've got, the green example we've got here today, that wonderful engine. And of course this is the classic livery. In the engine, perhaps we've got Alan. Where is Alan?
I'm here.
Come forward, perhaps we just, not you Alan, the other, Andrew. Where's Andrew?
Alan's an India's rarest traction engines.
Come out here, Andrew. How long have you owned this engine now?
I've owned this engine 23 years this September.
Time flies, doesn't it?
Yep.
Tell us all the things that you've had to do, because it was in a bit of a state when you first got it.
I ran the engine for 2 years, and the board inspector said it needed some work doing, and I am consequently started saving, and I had a 13-year restoration. It's all new front to back, new smoke box, new barrel, new firebox, new tenders. And yeah, the list goes on.
And you've really been enjoying it the 3 days, and we do thank you for coming back to Horsmonden. It was really the highlight for me, and I know for my marshals that were there.
Yes, I have too. It's great to bring Jimmy back to Horsmonden.
Yeah, good. And of course you're a builder by trade, and you've done a marvellous job on that local church and the steeple and everything. And of course your father was very good with all this sort of thing as well. And he was the inspiration of you all having interest in Aveling and Porter.
Yes, that's correct. Myself and my late father, we went halves on the first steamroller, but it's just fed from there.
And your brother's a boilermaker?
Yes, my brother's a boilersmith.
Yeah.
And yes, we've got several fireboxes in the workshop at the moment.
So tell us about Jimmy. What's it like driving it? Because it's only 2 speeds.
It's lovely on the grass, but it's hard work on the road.
It's a bit springy, I hear.
Yes, I'd like to have known the engine before Chris Lambert put the springs on. And I don't know if I've done the engine any favours at all.
No, I don't think he has, but we make the best of it, but it's still on there, and we think it's got a different crankshaft, and it's got the wheels now like it had in its early life.
Yes, that's correct. If you look at the photos in the marquee, they're much smaller in the photos. And the previous owner to me, he sourced his wheels and had them fitted.
Yes, and they came up at Portable, yes.
I do believe so. Yeah.
And that was Dave Maris, wasn't it, I believe?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And Alan's now going to come round to selling it.
Okay, so if this was lot 430 in the sale, and I'll read you the description. So the Aveling and Porter Road Locomotive, 6 horsepower, compound, mounted on steel wheels, and importantly fitted with the Lambert patent axle boxes and boiler feed pump, injectors, and a set of governors. Built in 1900 and registered KE 3775. So it wasn't the highest priced one on the day, but nevertheless made a good price. £30 I bid at 40, 5, 50, 5, 60, 5. You bought one already at £65.70. 5 at 75.80. 5 at £85. Well, we've arrived at £85. The price. At the bargain price in 1955, and sold it is down the bottom, all done at £85. Yours, sir, well invested.
Yes, I think James Blenkinsott bought it on behalf of Mrs. Wilson. Mrs. Wilson was the stepdaughter of Chris Lambert, and she didn't do anything with the engine. And then In 1960, the engine was sold to the Sparks family. Sparks, as I told you, he was very keen on Aveling and Porters, and he had a big collection. And this one didn't actually go to George Cushing, who was also involved in possibly buying it. But of course, the Sparks family had it, and then we all know later on it went to Guildford, where most of the work was done to get the engine running. And it first appeared in the 1977 Jubilee Rally at Clapham, organised the National Traction Engine Trust by John Crawley. That's where it first came out. And my father, who is on a famous picture of 1953, was able to join the owner and take it round the ring. Well, Alan, we've had a fantastic time. 125 years of your company. Tell us more.
Well, so we're celebrating 125 years in business this year, so it's been brilliant to dovetail this in with the 70th anniversary of this important sale. We have our roots as auctioneers and valuers and property sellers. We're well known for selling farms and development properties, but it's lovely to spend just an afternoon stepping back in the shoes of Charlie Hillier, who was a formidable auctioneer in the 1950s, and I was very fortunate to slightly overlap my career, which is 40 years old, with him being around in the firm. So Lambert & Foster, we're embedded in the Royal community. It's been an absolute pleasure to be asked to help. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We dug deep into the archives, and it's something quite special when you can have the auctioneer's catalogue from the actual sale with the auctioneer's writing of the prices in. So it's a good job. We never throw anything away, Peter. That's all we can say.
Thank you very much, and it's a wonderful pleasure. Do go in the marquee, look at the work that the RLS, the Road Locomotive Society, the oldest steam preservation society to do with road steam. Go and talk to them. They're very friendly. Don't be put off. Talk to them. Look at the pictures. Anything you want to know, or if you need any help with the pictures, I will be around for a little while. Come and see the film. Important to see the film. Yeah, proper action there. You did very well, Alan. Thank you. And of course, it's well worth. Don't forget Chris Copper's model, and you've got a Class C locomotive on there. I took my first ride there by steam in the cab in 1956 in an H class, and it's been a wonderful pleasure. I thank John Freeman for all his hard work in getting it together. All the engine owners coming to Kent. It's been a bit of a stressful time, but we're all here. The weather stayed dry. Thank you very much, and let's have a round of applause and some whistles, please, as the engines will be leaving and the rest of the show will go on. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much to the commentators throughout the mock auction, Peter Love, and our auctioneer as well from Lambert & Foster. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Well, here we go. Let's get our engines rolling. And we're going to go into our steam demonstrations. I know there's a lorry outside with a steam loco on the back. I believe it's going to be towed, so we obviously need to find the engine that is going to be pulling that.